guys, it's Zal here. Just wanted to show you guys a cool little trick to get from level 60 to level 67 really fast in the Burning Crusade, to get a lot of experience really quickly by just soloing Hellfire Ramparts as a protection paladin. You don't even need heirlooms or anything like that. You just zoom right through it and you go from level 60 to like level 67 in 3 hours. It's really crazy. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at my gear right now so you guys can see I'm not wearing any heirloom gear, and all this gear is just simple questing gear that I got from the quests out in Hellfire Peninsula. So the whole run takes about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on, you know, how well I'm able to do, how many procs I get and everything else. But it is actually quite simple to solo and a lot easier than you think. It's probably the fastest way to level from 60 to 67. Again, this is unrested, no heirlooms, no nothing, by yourself. So here we go. Let's check it out. Alright guys, here I'm about to start. Basically all you have to really do is just pretty much AoE as much as you can. Watch your health and make sure it doesn't drop below 50%. You should be fine. Get a proc there. Yeah, let's see. Kill this guy real quick. Just look at the experience. This one says 1,700 experience from that mob, another 1,700 experience from that mob. So these mobs are giving me, at level 66, 1,700 experience apiece. And you saw how quickly I just went through them. It took about 15 seconds and these mobs are already dead. If you feel like you're uncomfortable and you can't actually solo this content yourself, you can bring a healer along and two-man it very, very easily, especially because at these levels, any pretty much tanking spec is quite overpowered. They do quite a crazy amount of damage. Like once you reach level 60 and you get that, you know, BC gear that's scaled up, it's just insane how much like damage you do and the survivability you have. So basically, I'm just going to go through this. Like I said, the whole run takes about 8 to 10 minutes. And right now at this level, I get something like 150-ish thousand experience. So it's actually a really, really good source of experience. You know, run this 3.5 times, and I'm leveled up to 67. And if you have heirlooms, it's even better. So if you have heirlooms, this is a walk in the park. And I would recommend that if you don't have heirlooms, you probably might want to wait till at least level 62 before you're soloing, unless you are quite confident in your ability as a class to be able to do this. Like I got myself a little bit of trouble here, so I'm watching myself out. If you would like, also, you can, if especially at lower levels, this is very important, you can CC certain mobs to lock them out, like take Repentance as a paladin and pretty much lock out the casters so that they don't, you know, sit there and free cast, and AoE down the melee mobs. So, and of course you get all the loot for yourself, that's great as well. Oh yeah, I have another secret I want to show you guys on that would help with this. Basically, right now I'm taking a certain glyph. It's called Glyph of Harsh Words, and at this level, it's extremely powerful. And if you're seeing me hit mobs for 8 or 10k, that's the secret of how I'm doing it at this level. Pretty much, instead of using my Holy Power on this ability here, Shield of the Righteous, I'm using it on that instead of my Word of Glory. I'll show you the guys the glyph real quick. It's really simple. Just turns your Word of Glory into a ranged attack and uses Holy Power to do it, but it hits like a truck whenever it crits. It is ridiculous. Probably the hardest hitting ability that Protection has. But if you feel you're in need or dire situation, you can just use Shield of the Righteous instead, because it does lower the amount of damage you take by 30% for 3 seconds after you use it, so it's quite helpful. Looks like I got myself quite a few mobs here. At level 66, this is almost too easy. I would say as a paladin, it's very easy. But as for other tanking specs, I'm not sure how they work. I've only tested this really so much on my paladin, and I did do some soloing of this place on my Blood DK when he was level 65. But he had heirlooms, so that's not, you know, I can't compare the two. But all I know is for paladins, heirlooms are not. This is just ridiculously easy. See, I'm just breezing through this. 1,900 experience from that kill there. 300 from the dog. things. Alrighty. Look, I just hit for 10,200 with that glyph. It helps for DPS a lot. If you feel comfortable that you don't need to actually worry about the survivability, it gives you an option of what you can do to pretty much, you know, increase your damage. As you see, a lot of times I'm hitting, you know, over 2k or sometimes up to 4k. I've seen as high as 5k DPS whenever I had a healer running with me, and I could just sit there and AoE things down. So, this next part, this first boss here, what we're going to do is we're basically going to make sure it wouldn't pull too much, because he does do this knockback that can disrupt casting, and sometimes, you know, you're trying to get that clutch flash of light off, and you can't do it if, you know, he's knocking you back, so. Alrighty. Play it a little safe with these guys. Kill these guys pretty quickly before he gets back here. Shouldn't be an issue though. Just like you do in, you know, the normal dungeon. It's pretty fast to finish off these guys. We'll kill this guy before he returns. By the way, if you're doing this for purely experience purposes, you don't want any gear, the only boss you're going to kill in this dungeon for the most EXP per hour, it's just going to be this first one. You're going to skip the last two, but you're going to kill all the trash leading up to those bosses, and then pretty much jump down or reset the instance or redo it all over again. Yeah, but I mean, as you go higher, you're not going to you're going to pretty much see all the gear you need drop here, if you, from just like 3 or 4 simple runs of the bosses, so. For this boss, you want to kill the Hellfire Watchers first. There's 2 of them, and if you don't, then basically they will heal the mobs around them as well as the boss. So you just want to kind of knock this out first. This is he's dead. You can kind of see that knockback that this boss does. It's super annoying. Just see, it was easy. Again, it would have been even easier if I would have actually CC'd these mobs, but I'm not in it. I'm just trying to get this done. This is quite easy at my level now. And oh, keep this in mind. This is level 66, no heirlooms. So at level like 62, even with a partner, like someone helping you, you're still getting 1,500 per mob unrested with no heirlooms. It's insane amounts. So if, you know, basically if I was a lower level and I was selling this place, I would be getting an insane amount of experience, 2,800, 3k per kill, and it would go extremely fast. It was like pretty much double the amount of experience, so just keep that in mind. Be a little daring here. Wall. Another nice thing about the Glyph of Harsh Words for protection is that since it's off, Word of Glory is off the global cooldown for tanks, it's really good because it works the same way with the Glyph for some reason, which I'm not sure if that's intended, but basically you can hit that and dump your Holy Power at the same time when you use a hard-hitting attack like Venture Shield or anything like that. We're almost done with our run here, because we're going to skip those last 2 bosses. They're really easy. In fact, I'd probably say that both the bosses are just as easy, if not easier, than the first boss that we just did earlier. So they're just time-consuming, and they don't give enough experience to make it worthwhile. as a heads up, on this character, I soloed this place from 61 all the way up to 66. So, you know, I'm just basically just recording it here at level 66, but it's definitely easily doable. And the fact of the matter is, the reason why it looks like my health is dropping as much as it is because I'm focusing more on pouring my holy power into my Word of Glory attack and not healing myself. So, you know, I'm letting myself get low on purpose, knowing that I can just top myself off in a global and not have to worry about it. So I can get this done as fast as possible. At lower levels, you will not be able to do that. And you will probably need a CC in order to get this thing done correctly. Another mob. Another golems. Not a big deal. Yeah, always kill these dark casters first because casters and they do a lot of damage, but also because that's a holy paladin, you interrupt their attacks. And, you know, with your Avenger Shield, you can focus on kicking them and everything else. Oh, almost had me there. Yeah, this is why you have to be careful. Sometimes they can sit there, and not these mobs don't really do it, but the earlier mobs, they can potentially stun you, and so you want to be careful, especially at lower levels, that you don't overpull. Like, you only pull group by group, and make sure you don't pull a second group, because if you do, it's pretty much death for sure. But you just have to be careful with it. It's not very difficult. I'm just, as I said, not really trying that hard, just trying to give you guys a demonstration of how well this works. Look at that, 11k heal. Those two mobs. I'm going to skip the ones down there because it's a far walk just for two mobs, but I will get these two over here. And then that will conclude the run. There we go. That is the full run, and as you see, I start off around half to the next level. Now I'm 3/4 of the way, so I basically got a fourth of the level at level 66 in a matter of like 9 minutes or so since we kind of started this. So as you see, this is actually very, very good source of experience, extremely fast, and even at level 66 and 67, because 67 is still relevant, it's still faster than questing. So you can pretty much speed right through, and like I said, if you're at level 60, 61, 62, you're kind of afraid of doing this, just bring a healer along, you'll still get a ton of experience, and it'll be a walk in the park. Even no matter what type of tank you are, you can pretty much do this if you have a healer. But for protection paladins, since they're so strong at this level, they can start soloing it if you know, they're high enough level or they're good enough geared. So anyway, guys, good luck, and hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.